Nice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have this beautiful woman knocking on my hotel door. Finally, I had to get up out of bed so I could let her out. I go to the doctor. I said, "Doctor, I looked in the mirror this morning and I was looking horrible. Doctor, what's going on with me?" He says, "Well, I don't know what's the matter with you, but your eyesight is perfect."
Are you related to Gary?
Yeah.
What are you to Gary?
His niece.
Right. His what?
Niece.
Niece?
Niece.
Niece?
Gary, your brother?
Grandma and I taught ballroom dancing 7 nights a week.
What I'd like to tell you is that my grandparents, they were dancers, actually. Ballroom dancers. Jewish ballroom dancers, just like Arthur Murray.
And that's why we made money, you know.
Did you do it for the money?
That's the only reason we did it. There was no other reason to do it. I mean, when I could turn around.
Good.
Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Should I go higher? Or?
No, you're fine.
You don't think Jewish and black are the same?
No.
Why not? What's the difference?
Jewish and black are black. I'm not a, hello. I'm not a racist.
No.
So dig, folks. I'm Jewish. Ray Charles is Jewish. Count Basie's Jewish.
Well, my mother is Jewish. I'm Jewish.
Eddie Cantor is Goyish. B'nai B'rith is Goyish. Hadassah is Jewish.
Yeah,
But my father is black, so I'm black.
you vote according to your mother.
If you live in New York, you're Jewish, even if you're Goyish. If you live here in Ann Arbor, what do you think?
I speak Yiddish. I speak a little Yiddish. Hebrew, I know nothing, but my father, he's black.
And that was in the 50s and 60s. The black people didn't, dance congregate so much with the whites in those days. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there were some Cubans that were black that used to, entertain and all.
Did you ever teach any black or Latino couples?
Nope.
Eddie with a yarmulke perched on top of his afro. And Stephanie in a wedding dress that came up to the middle of her thighs.
Who taught you how to ballroom dance? Where did you learn how to do it?
I don't know.
It's like dancing on a cloud with Bob and Doris. And this here is dancing on a cloud, as you can see in American rhythms.
Some very famous actors were part of it.
Dancing on a cloud in Latin rhythms.
I don't remember their names, who they are now, but I knew at that time they were very famous.
Only white couples.
Yeah, well, we were, recommended from one to the other. And things were different then. People didn't get together with different races. In fact, even the Jews stayed with the Jews and the non-Jews with the non-Jews.
Now my sister Lauren. 15 years my junior, and the product of what I consider to be a renaissance in my parents' marriage. No, seriously, folks, I'm a Jewish woman. If God wanted me to bend over, he would have put diamonds on the floor. I spent the 50s and the 60s as a social. Shush! You are about to see
a group of extraordinary and eclectic everybodies. I'd like to introduce my father, Eddie Abrams. Eddie, where do you get your images from?
You know, I see certain things that in magazines, and I copy them.
This
Yeah.
is my protest signs I wear every Saturday for 6 years.
I don't have to tell you how homophobic the Caribbean community can be. The Jamaican petty drug dealers who used to hang out and chase me off 126th Street before it was gentrified, all the time yelling faggot, and I would laugh in my mind's eye and correct them and say, no, dice.
I'd like to welcome Tariq Williams to the stage. You're gonna share a poem, which is in the book. Okay, no, I have a mic. Yeah, no, that's your mic.
Day is a leopard, the sun is its eye, and the clouds are its teeth.
I love you, yes I do. I love you.
How does a Jew become white? They put on blackface. Seven months later, when I was born, Bob and Doris came to visit their daughter, their new son-in-law, and their new baby grandchild. Bob, Doris, and a few of the neighbors surrounded the newborn's crib. If you saw them from up above, they looked like the points on a six-sided star. With great care, everyone examined the newborn baby's little fingers, the curls in her hair, her toes, her eyes, her nose, and the color of her skin.
I went to the doctor, right? And he says to me, you're in terrible shape. You don't have much longer to live. I said, that's horrible, doctor. I want a second opinion. He says, all right, you're ugly too.
Gary,
Danielle.
Daniel, whatever your name is.
Uh-huh.